today have been BFFs.
I know.
But they have been BFFs for over 30 years.
Yeah, they have.
And they met on a little show you might have heard of.
90210 OMG.
I know!
Yes. Donna Martin, Kelly Taylor. And I love this fun fact. Back in the day, they used to go on double dates with their bad boyfriends. That sounds like fun.
All right, everybody, it's Jennie Garth and Tori Spelling.
Look at that.
Get in here.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Look
how see you guys.
Sorry, we're so happy to be here.
Oh my God, literally, we were so excited.
I can't even believe it.
Oh my God.
It's all coming true.
All right, so 90210 was such an eye of a storm. So popular, like such pop culture, you know, and everybody had crushes on you guys, the girls and boys, equal opportunity. Everybody was like in love with everybody. It was like the time of Bop magazine and posters and like obsession. How did you guys think about that and weather that storm, or were you just like two girls in it, grabbing hands and living your lives?
We were just going full speed at the time.
Yeah.
We didn't know. Like, we
had no idea.
weren't as aware as we are now, acutely aware of like what we went through and how we were able to manage that. But we just had to keep going.
It made us stronger, if anything. But I think, to answer your question, I think we really didn't see all of that. We just did our lives.
And see, I come at the POV as like the fans screaming in the mall for you as you come out, you know? And so it's so interesting to think that in the middle, you're just like going to work, you know, in the middle of it. That's fascinating.
Yep.
Oh my gosh, who knows if we would have survived it if we'd been like acutely aware that everybody was focused on us.
Well,
16, 17, like.
Do you mind going back there for a minute, though? Because,
a little bit.
I mean, we do love 90210.
My childhood begs this moment.
I'm not kidding. We never missed one episode.
Beginning
my
to
gosh.
end all of them.
Every
blowing
single-
my mind right now. I'm
Every
like
Wednesday
fangirling
night.
on such a hard level right now. I'm like,
It was like a cult, but in a positive way.
We're right there with you because on our podcast, we're watching it from the very first episode as well for the first time in our lives. And we're on season 4, and I don't remember anything that happened. So I'm like, what is going to happen next week? I have no idea.
I love that you're doing this.
So
I think
fun.
it's kind of so brave. I mean, imagine if you could go back in time and watch yourself 20 years ago. You guys, think about that. So it's brave that you're doing this and looking at it.
Brave and amazing. 'Cause we're like, wow, look at them.
Well,
look at
because
them.
now,
That's great.
if you're not,
appreciate
if
ourselves
you're just
now.
trying to live your life, you don't really focus on it. And now you're older with this different perspective, and you're looking back and your parents, and like then you think about what young girls are going through. Like, it's such a wild, surreal, full circle moment. So I'm so glad you're doing it
Watching it with
because
our
we all
daughters.
love it. And okay, we have questions. Okay.
And nothing's off limits, right? We can ask anything about it?
Sure.
Okay, go.
Okay, first of all, I could never get over how like skin tight and awesome Donna's outfits were.
my God,
it
please.
was full midriff, like teeny tiny,
that
and you had the
belly.
most insane body.
Yeah, and those bike shorts
my
for
gosh.
days.
It was like bras and bike shorts. Like, how was that to sport that look?
I mean, I definitely look back now and I'm like, oh gosh, I took all of that for granted. Like, because I was so scrutinizing. I was really insecure then. Like, even 10 years ago, I couldn't watch myself back. And now I'm able to watch it, you know, when we watch our podcast and watch that girl. And I'm like, that girl was amazing. And she should have been secure. And she was beautiful. And look at her. And she rocked it and took chances. And yeah, I love my wardrobe from back then.
Oh my God, it's so good. And I love that it's true. We all look at photos of like our haircut.
We love you.
And we're like, darn it, why didn't I like that again? It was so cute. What is wrong with us?
Yeah.
Well, it's a good thing that you're spending time going back now and loving up those outfits
Definitely.
because we loved them at the
were
time.
really
And I'm
flexible.
obsessed with Donna, and then I was obsessed with Kelly, who went through a lot on the show.
So much.
Amnesia. She joined a cult. She almost got single white female. What was your most? She
did.
Yeah, right. What was
Say
your
it
most
again.
famous
You were
outrage?
shot.
Oh, you got shot?
Stomach.
Yes.
Right there.
What was your most favorite outrageous storyline?
You named them all. I mean, I loved every one of them because it was just always an emotional roller coaster, not only on screen, but in my personal life too, which was fun. But
I know, because that's the thing. You're like, it's not that I'm on 90210. I've got stuff going on behind the scenes
Yeah, right.
that I am dealing with.
I different. But I mean, there were so many. I think probably the stalker, the single white female one that you mentioned.
Sure,
that was fun.
I remember.
I mean, she got her hair cut just like Kelly. And,
It was great.
That was a lot of fun. But it wasn't just all the crazy things that happened on the show. Our show was like a trailblazer in the fact that we dealt with topics that weren't being dealt with on television
That's right.
at that time for
Definitely
teens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was one of your favorite topics that you so boldly tackled that wasn't being tackled at the time and now obviously is incredibly relevant? But for you guys, what was one you're like, I'm glad we touched on that?
I mean, so many. So far, we've seen addiction that we've talked about. I think date rape was one of the things that Kelly went through that I think really started a lot of conversations for people. Safe sex at that time was just not being talked about.
You also tackled breast cancer.
Breast cancer.
And
I loved being America's virgin.
Yeah, you were.
Because I feel like
chastity.
Girls and boys used to come up to me and be like, "You're a role model." I remember at the time thinking, "What is that?" And they're like, "You show that it's okay to be popular and be cool and still be a virgin for men and women." I was like, "Okay, I like this."
Yeah, and Brian Austin-Green was hot. I was like, I don't know how she's doing it. I don't know.
You also tackled AIDS. That was still a subject that was not being tackled.
Not openly, right?
No.
Yeah.
So
So
thank
we're
you
proud
for
of
doing
those
all that.
moments, too. Yeah.